I can't take it anymore, not anymore. No one said that this would get easy. No one said this wouldn't get hard. Brush it off and roll up your sleeves now. It's a shot in the dark till you get what you want.
Welcome on back to week 6, 7, 8. Who gives a shit of Spiked College Football Show? It's your boy. Nice pop. It's your boy, Johnny B. That's right, I stopped it because that was a great pop. It's your boy, Johnny B. of Gridiron Heroics, of Spiked College Football Show, of Units Only Go Up. Boys, real quick, we're talking about what happened, everything, blah, 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 whatever. Football's great. Let's talk about me. Okay, I went through a hurricane. I have a cast on. I went through a hurricane. I had a baby in the NICU. Now he's right here chilling, big, fat, fatty. He's going to kill the poo nanny later. That was a great fucking reference by me. He's eating. He's chilling. But, guys, I went 10-2 last week on my picks on Units Only Go Up, YouTube show. Great show. Awesome show. I don't wear a shirt there either. I am 76% on the year on that show. That is fucking stupid. Even for me. Like, I'm not a guy who likes to brag, likes to boast. I'm not that guy. I'm a man of integrity. I'm a man of honor. I'm a man of the people. That's 76% on that show. We're not here for that show. Let's talk about real college football. We'll go back to that. I'll give shameless plugs later for Units Only Go Up on the YouTube. It's fine. Spotify, Apple. Let's talk some college football, guys. Let's see what happened. Oh, wait. What happened was I told you that Quinn Ewers was the best quarterback in college football, and he would ball out. What did he do?
I should have said Oklahoma versus Texas would be a boat race, not who would be a boat race. The biggest victory for either side, ever? The first shutout since a 19-0 win in 1965. The first shutout since 1999. Texas A&M shut out Oklahoma. That never happened before. It hasn't happened since 99. 311 games they haven't been shut out. 311 games, and the last shutout in the Red River Shootout, not rivalry because it's a shootout because we're not fucking PC, was in 1965. My mom was 0. Well, good for you. My parents were not. All right. So anyway, my prediction almost came true. Almost. And I guess Quinn Ewers did survive Alabama, so that prediction did come true. So. We've got Ohio State fans, just so we're aware. On Twitter, we have Ohio State fans who are talking about how it would have been better if they had managed to keep Quinn Ewers around instead of C.J. Stroud.
That's an overreaction.
Well, that's like saying is Steve Young or Joe Montana better?
They literally are like, we should have kept Ewers.
That's called first world problems. That's called
yes.
Good for them. Like, either one you can't win, but Quinn Ewers is better because he does have the sick flow, like I do. Sick flow. But I rather have Quinn Ewers because he is the best quarterback in college football. There's no doubt. There's no denying. I drafted him in the draft. You're welcome. He is the best quarterback in college football. He's the best quarterback I've seen college football ever.
So you think he's winning the Heisman?
No.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. You drafted him for the Heisman.
Well, he missed games.
He is the best quarterback, though, by far.
No, that's fine, but he's not winning the Heisman this year.
No, I'm not crazy. If he didn't miss – if he would have played that Bama game, he would have 100%. It wouldn't have even been a conversation. We would have had to find something else to talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of finding things to talk about, my boy, Hendon Hooker, did his thing, went in, balled out against LSU. Like I said, what do I get wrong?
Well, let's see.
Guys, let's
take a look.
What do I get wrong?
Let's take a look. So for last week, let's start with not Johnny. Let's start with JC. You picked, what is it?
That's probably
Ohio
a good
State?
idea because I don't lose.
JC, you picked Ohio State, right?
Yep, so that way I could kind of get some things going. Yep.
Some things going. Okay, so you got that one.
But I did not get Kansas.
You did not get Kansas.
I think I said
which I wasn't going to say it, but okay, anyway. How about TA? You picked, Cincinnati and LSU?
Yep.
Cincinnati had a scare too, bud.
It was very scary, but they pulled it out. Big fuck.
Hey, low key, USF, not a bad team.
But
Tough
they've been
pool.
playing everybody hard, man. They played Florida hard.
Florida hard, Cincinnati hard. Then they lost to somebody they shouldn't have by a lot. But they're low key not that bad.
They're a tough out. I don't know how else to put it.
Oh, guys, what else happened? Oh, one more thing. I just want to throw this out there. I didn't even know he was playing before I made this prediction, and then I hit it plus 345, plus 345 money line, almost 4 times your money line. I just said South Carolina was going to go in, and they were going to beat Kentucky because Will Levis is trash, and then he didn't even play because he's such trash. You're welcome, America. Just ride with me. I know things. I feel things. I have things. I'm right about everything. I hit that. Oh, wait. And I hit the UCLA money line. Like, it's not even fair, guys. Like, I should probably just stop. Just it's not fair. I won a fucking game. I won a game. UConn being the favorite, and I took UConn because I see the board so clearly. UConn football as a favorite doesn't matter. It does not matter.
They were a favorite, though.
Rob, UConn shouldn't be favored against fucking Ellenville High School.
I don't disagree, but that's what the bookie said, no?
Yeah, but you need to learn how to read the line. Listen, you just don't do that. Like, the people that do that are the guys that drop their nuts on the floor and be like, I'm better than you, and I'm going to take that. The only games I lost was your fucking team.
Yeah. I was there.
And I lost another.
Snapchat.
I lost another one. I forgot who it was. It was another shitty game.
Our Snapchat is our Twitter handle.
I won Louisville. Guys, there's not a game that I didn't see clearly. I can see clearly now. Austin's home. I'm just hitting, boys. I'm hitting on all levels. You want to know who else is hitting on all levels? Notre Dame is so back.
Did I tag you? Did I not tag you in why this happened?
No.
So Freeman 0-3 before he converts to Catholicism.
Because he converted.
He converts to Catholicism 3-0, baby. 3-0.
That's what happens. Good Catholic boy now.
He just didn't have all of the positive energy flowing in the right way.
I need some more backstory and context there, because that just doesn't happen overnight.
He was baptized.
There's classes. Well, you can be baptized, but like to truly become Catholic, there's classes and things.
You got to beat your wife. You got to drink a lot of whiskey. You got to cheat.
But I feel like Notre Dame might have made some exceptions because they were like, we got to make some dramatic changes here. so they pulled some strings with the Pope, and they were like, listen, let's just.
All right, we have our insider scoop, literally from ND Insider. They have a literal menu called Irish stew. Anyway, no, I'm not reading that. So he offered a little more context in his recent conversion to the Catholic faith, which was shared in the September 11th weekly bulletin of his home parish at St. Pius X in Granger. He was raised Christian in the Korean church tradition. His wife and their 6 children were already practicing Catholics, clearly. So this didn't seem to be like a random thing. He made his profession of faith, was confirmed, and received his first Holy Communion as part of the conversion process, which took place in early September.
Are we really doing this on a college football show?
This is just phenomenal to me. This is just so phenomenal. So it sounds like
you won't get this anywhere else.
This was in the works for a while, is what I'm hearing. And yes, they had to do all the classes and stuff. Because, I mean, let's be honest. If he really was worried about it, he would have done it by the time the first game kicked off this year. You know this to be true. If it really was about football, he wouldn't have waited till the 3rd week to finally make it happen. I'm pretty sure they made him do his shit.
Like I said, Catholics do better in Vegas than Mormons. That's just simple. That's just math. That's just math.
True.
But also, conversion 3-0. So, for all of you non-believers out there, it's different with Notre Dame.
Hey, what did I say?
Catholic.
What did I say though about UCLA being a very good team? Huh? Nobody bought that from me. I said that from the beginning.
Yeah, and they're actually, this week is going to be the test. So
yeah, I knew they could throw up numbers, but the biggest thing, yeah. I mean, do we want to do that this week or for the upcoming?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now, but this coming week, that's it's going to get really interesting. They've got their call it a big test. They get that win. I think they're rolling. There's more to be said about that.
This was a great week in football. Mississippi State dominated Arkansas.
This
Alabama
was a great result week in football. Next week may actually be a great week.
What was
that? I agree.
Remember how I said some teams just can't beat some teams? Well, some teams just play some teams really good. And that was the case with A&M and Alabama. I know Bryce was hurt, blah, 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 and it probably would – but, some teams just play teams well.
Yeah.
Just a matchup. That was the worst last call of a game I've ever seen.
Well,
let's run a sprint out. Let's run a sprint out, not to the field, to the boundary, to run an out route on a short field. What are we doing?
Well, so hold on. I actually saw the breakdown where Saban, calls out all the things they're trying to defend. Even with that, even with him explaining exactly how they were going to cover everybody across the board and everybody did a great job, blah, blah, blah. If fucking Haynes King releases the ball before his receiver comes out of his cut,
but he's
would
not
have
that
hit him in the end zone.
Yeah, but he's not that quarterback.
I know, but he was so late. He knew he didn't look anywhere else. He knew where it was, and he still threw the ball out of the end zone.
But that's where Jimbo fucked up personnel. If you have Hendon Hooker, if you have Will Rogers, if you have C.J. Stroud, you can run that because their ball's going to be on time.
If you have Gus Jr. in there,
but you have,
I think he would have been fine.
No, but if you have Haynes King, that's not the play you run. You need to run a dual threat kind of an option. RPO
I agree with that.
Style.
I agree with that.
You don't run that play.
I almost feel like you swap out quarterbacks for that last play. Just to fuck with Alabama, make them call a timeout, see what they do. Just swap them because you bring in Gus's kid. He's not going to wow you with his arm, but he beat them when he was with LSU.
He'll make that timing throw.
He just needs to make one throw, and I know
that's just timing. That's all that is.
It's all it is. It didn't matter how good that coverage was. When he came out of that break, there was 5 feet of space, and the ball was so bad that he had to come all the way out of the end zone to catch it. It was horrible. Even after Saban's like, oh yeah, this is how he had it covered. I'm like, bro, there's still a ton of space and nobody out there. The play wasn't bad. It was not a bad play.
The problem with this is now everybody's like, oh, Alabama can be beat, all this other. Well, let me tell you something right now. I didn't put it on units this week. It was already recorded because I'm sick, baby, everything. Tennessee's going to get their dicks punched in.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
badly.
Be oh, yeah. It's gonna be fucking great.
Everybody that's riding this. I was riding the Tennessee train. I love it. Tennessee's great.
Yeah,
they're gonna get their dicks smacked in again in England. It's not even gonna be close.
This is.
I love it. I love it because of the fan base. I love it because of the fan base.
But everybody's so high right now. They're so high on them.
Oh, they're thinking if they fall off the ups.
Yeah, how do you not bet your entire house, your children's life savings on Alabama? This is an obvious win.
They think that if they make the upset this Saturday, they think they're back. Like Texas.
Well, let's be clear. Let's be clear. If they make the win this week, especially if it's convincing, not like a last-second gasp throw bullshit, they win by multiple scores. Then they pretty much are back like Texas.
Can we do our triple Qs right now because mine has something to do with this. I would love to do my triple Q.
That's just some shit you made up. Yeah, whenever you want to do it.
All right, here's my question, my quarterback, and my quote. My quote is, "It feels like '98." Tennessee. It feels like '98. It feels like '98. Tennessee. Here's my question for you though. Since it feels like '98. Are you for real? Because we're going to find out this weekend if it's real. If it feels like 98, is it going to be real? And then my quarterback, Hendon Hooker, it's all on your shoulders. I wrote the fucking blog on Gridiron Heroics. It's all up to you, bud. The Heisman's right here. All you got to do is take it. You win this game, you take the Heisman. That's it. And it feels like 98, and everything's good for you. That's why I want to do it because Tennessee was all my triple Qs. That was it.
That's the game. That's the game. So who wants to go next?
Volunteers? Does anybody think? Wait, Wait, does anybody actually think that Tennessee is real? Does anybody think Tennessee is real?
I don't, but I didn't think.
I saw
said-
JC's face when I was saying that. He's kind of like, I think they're gonna win.
No, I wouldn't say that I think they're going to win because here's what happens. The ebb and flow of Alabama when there's ebb and flow is we have a close game, we're going to kick the teeth out of whoever we play next, right? Just to make sure we prove that point, and we
And
don't.
that's what
let
they did
that
against
become a
Arkansas
thing,
the week before,
right?
after
So-
almost losing to like that's what they do.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I think the trend is going to be sure Tennessee is playing pretty good football, but they have to play Alabama this week.
And even if Bryce Young doesn't play, I still think they win by 2 touchdowns.
Well, that's why you bet your sizable college savings for young Austin there. You
Fucker
put
better
it
get a
on Alabama.
scholarship. He better get a fucking scholarship real quick.
Let's see. So I can do a question, a quote, and a quarterback. It's gonna
Knock
be
yourself out.
All right. So trying to pick something almost it doesn't really get much bigger than Alabama, Tennessee. It really doesn't, right?
That's
I
the
don't
big
know.
game this week. Although there are 3 games
There's
of 5
so
and 0
many big games, but like it doesn't
of
get bigger than
undefeated
that one.
teams. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to like link in the other undefeated teams, blah blah blah. I don't know. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say my question is, can you essentially buy a college football team? Can you make an entire team out of transfers and continuously win an entire season out of a bunch of transfers?
USC.
So my quarterback is going to be Cam Rising, because I think the answer is no. I think that Cam Rising, this is the week I've been talking about, right? USC is going to have to play at Utah, and we're going to see what the fuck happens. So I think
I'm telling you right now, USC is winning by 17 fucking points. I picked it on you to only go up. Fucking Utah is so fake. So fake. All Cam Rising does in the fourth quarter is turn the fucking ball over. He's
Right.
terrible. Utah does not have the offensive and defensive lines they usually have. They cannot run the fucking ball the right way. USC is going to, when they're getting 3 points, they're going to dog wash, soak their nuts all over Utah. I already picked
don't
it on
think
Utah.
so.
They go up.
That's fine.
Bro,
I
who are you
understand.
talking to? 76%. They're going to wipe the floor with them.
You had 2 losses last week, buddy. I'm going to call this one as one of them.
I had 10 wins.
I understand, but that doesn't mean you're
I'm money
perfect.
lying USC too. They're going to win the game outright, and they're going to.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It's gonna
if
happen.
you're going to go with 3.5, yeah, fine. You might as well money line it at that point.
Everybody's thinking, oh, Utah's, dude. So no,
No,
telling
but
you right now.
I'm telling you that Utah has been looking at this game all season.
Yeah, but Rob, they haven't won. They haven't beat a decent opponent yet.
I know. So here's my deal with you, is that's why my quarterback is Cam Rising, because it's not going to be about Utah winning the running game, winning the line of scrimmage, all of that shit. If they can keep it close, and that's a big if, but if they can keep it close, Rising has to get his head out of his ass in the fourth quarter. That's all.
Stop fumbling the ball. Stop throwing interceptions.
Stop throwing interceptions in the end zone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has to rise to the occasion. He may not, but he's the quarterback. That's what's going to happen. Like, if it's going to happen, it's on him.
Clip
it's not
it.
on anybody else.
USC by 17 doesn't matter. USC by 17.
Fine. You can take that as the quote. That wasn't going to be my quote, but fuck it.
You better come see your godson this weekend.
Yeah. Well, now he's home. Thanks for telling me, Dick. I had to get a fucking Snapchat.
Bro, I went through hell. Okay, look at how puff. Look at the puffy. I'm sick. It's
All right. Who's next?
I'm
JC.
ready. I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Oh, and
So,
just for the
'cause
record, this is always my quote. USC is the Pauly Shore of the Big Ten.
Perfect. Well, so that's a great segue because I'm gonna pit some of what you just said versus kind of my takes on this coming week. So my question is, and it's really for this week and the following week, is the Pac-12 a potential contender to make the playoff this year?
I'll answer that with a yes.
And it's gonna come down to this week and next week.
It's going to come down to 2 teams from the same city.
But it's so you look at you've got UCLA has a bye this week. Okay.
They got
And you've got the big game. You've got the big game, USC and Utah. Now, Utah already has a loss. Okay. So now if USC goes down, what does that do to the Pac-12? And then that loss doesn't bode well for UCLA because
they
now
got Oregon after that.
Right. But Oregon already has losses, right? So it's
no, I'm just saying, you're right.
Is the Pac-12 going to eat itself? Or is the Pac-12 going to have an opportunity to have the matchup between USC and UCLA that's going to be a win that translates to a playoff?
That's a great question, and the answer is that both of those teams will be undefeated when they play each other.
So that has to happen, okay? Now the Pauly Shore translation is my QB scenario and my quote scenario starts to work in toward the Big Ten. So this week we have Michigan squaring off against Penn State.
I picked this game too.
So the QB situation is actually on either side of the table. All right. Who is going to come out and own this football game? And can Penn State pull off the win against Michigan? So Michigan, I've been talking about, has a weak schedule.
They suck.
Michigan has a weak schedule. Okay. Penn State needs to take this opportunity to get the win. Pull Michigan out of that playoff picture because I'm tired of seeing them there at number 4. Okay.
Overrated as fuck.
Yep.
We should ask our Big Ten expert at some point, but
I'm telling you right now, Penn State's gonna fucking dog wash. They're gonna dog wash the fuck out of fucking the terribly overrated. I don't give a fuck. Michigan is terrible. Michigan is terrible. Penn State's for real. Their defense is for real. Clifford doesn't completely suck balls like I thought he did. Because listen, credit me. I can always admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. He doesn't completely suck balls. A little bit, but not that much. Enough to beat J.J. McCarthy and Blake Corum. Oh, Heisman could. Are you kidding me?
No,
Michigan is terrible.
So
Michigan is terrible.
I agree with that. And I hope that Penn State does win. Right, good, strong for
Joey.
But my
Porter
quote,
Jr.
My quote is going to surprise you guys. I think, as it relates to USC as it relates to USC, the Pac-12, and the Big Ten. I'm going Steven Tyler PJs. and I'm gonna say that USC is a better football team than Michigan or Penn State, and head to head, USC is gonna win.
I agree with all of that.
Yeah.
Although Penn State would give them a better game.
probably
Agreed.
So Big Ten expert,
built
do you
more
agree
like
that
Utah.
Penn State is 10 times the team than Michigan? I'm sorry, Penn State is so much better than Michigan. Joey Porter Jr., bro. I'm telling you right now. Remember the name.
We do know his name. We already know his dad. Like it's not like
I wholeheartedly agree, 100%.
Michigan is not very good.
No, they're not.
Not even a little bit.
So what do you have for your 3 Qs, your triple Qs?
Well, for my first quote, I'm going to go with Mickey Joseph yesterday, calling the Rutgers game on Friday a so-called sellout. That was hilarious because it was nowhere near a sellout. Fucking hilarious. He let it fly on a bunch of things. And
hey, you guys just bought out your fucking stadium so that it would be a sellout this week. Some rich donor.
They did it for the rest of the year, not just this next week.
That's
called
cheating.
That's got to get the next coach. Nice.
Listen,
got to get that next coach's attention, man.
Fair enough. I was at the Miami game, and no, we were not nearly sold out, but at least I saw mostly orange, which was unusual, and it was very. Rob,
nice.
Rob,
I love you, but Rob, we're not talking anything about Miami.
No, I'm just saying, like, it'd be nice to have a donor who just buys out the stadium regardless. Like, hey, who's gone to an actual college football game this year?
We're done.
Not you, motherfucker.
Listen, by the way, I did take Miami and Unit until they go up this week. If they fuck me over again, I'm going to keep
Why
betting
do you
them
keep taking? Why did you stop?
Stop.
If you stop
Because-
taking us, we might win.
because they need to fucking win. Go
Then
ahead,
why do
Gia.
you keep taking them?
I'm going to do something that, Miami failed to do in the last month, and is back
Win
a
a game?
quarterback that'll beat Middle Tennessee State instead of lose to Middle Tennessee State, and Austin Reed in Western Kentucky University.
Austin Reed's a dog, too. He's a dog.
He is a dog.
He is a dog.
I don't know, man. TBD threw for 500 yards. We still couldn't score. So,
That's against UNC. We're not talking about that team.
All right.
I'm just saying, like, TBD at least showed up, which is what I asked him to do. And he fucking
I like
did.
the Austin Reed pick a lot, actually.
And then for my question, nobody comes at. Don't come at your boy challenging coaching decisions. Just don't. I will dunk on you like I have on Twitter this past week, especially when Matt Rule got fired by the Carolina Panthers today.
Fired.
Where will Matt Rule end up in one of the 5 college football openings? Or, since he has $40 million coming to him at some point being deferred, if he does take a job this year, does he wait?
I think the best fit for both, this might surprise you, the best fit for Matt Rule is Arizona State.
I agree.
It's Arizona State. It's in
Really?
the Southwest. He's used to this. He's used to the South. He's used to the West. The expectations aren't quite there. He's not a Wisconsin
That's
guy.
a
He's not
fair
a Nebraska guy. It's Arizona State. He can get the recruits from California, just like he did in Baylor and Texas. Trust me, it is Arizona State. That's the
That's a
best
better
fit.
play. That is a better play.
Didn't
He's
you
not
say-
a Wisconsin
No,
guy.
you
However,
said, you said Scott Frost last week. That's what
I said Scott Frost last week, and I stick to that. I still like that. And here's another kind of, I guess, look at it through this lens. Arizona State just went through an NFL coach, right? They went through an NFL coach who kind of ended their career like, nah, so. Does Arizona State really want to go with the NFL coach?
Matt Rule's a
that-
college coach. Matt Rule's a college coach.
Yeah, what we discovered.
He's like
is-
Saban. He's like Saban.
But
Especially-
I still like Scott Frost at Arizona State. I like
Especially-
that. I think it's a better fit.
especially since he had such a flame out in year 3. Matt Rule's definitely a college coach.
I'm just going to tell you, Jay, I'm not saying Scott Frost is a bad fit or not even better. I'm saying for the jobs open right now, where Matt Rule would fit the best. I'm
I
not saying
think
he's better than Scott Frost. Where he fits the best is Arizona State.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not a Nebraska guy. He's not a Wisconsin guy.
I agree with.
He
I
wouldn't
agree
do
with
good in
that.
Georgia. He wouldn't do good in Atlanta.
No.
And where's the other opening?
Colorado. I'd have
no
him
one wants,
going.
no one wants to coach there.
That'll go to our draft. Let's
But I
talk-
can't. Yeah, I can't see him going there. What I could see him doing, and this is what I think is true. This is maybe personal perspective, but I think if you're an NFL, if you go to the NFL and coach in the NFL, and you're fired, okay, you wait a year before you go back to college. It's. I think it's an image thing. I think it's good for the universities. I don't think it's good for a university to hire a coach immediately after they've been fired in the NFL.
unless,
Especially since the fiscal stakes.
unless it's Nick Saban, and then
Nick
you do
Saban
that.
went to Alabama and brought it into a powerhouse.
I'm just saying, unless you're Nick
Yeah.
Saban, and then the rules do not apply to you. Literally, LSU,
Yeah,
Dolphins back to Bama
right.
in a heartbeat.
He's the exception to the rule.
like the fiscal stakes is what makes it interesting because you get
Yeah, he can
40
make
million
40
if you
million.
wait.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
If you don't wait and take a job, in the next year, you get that offset by your salary. But
Right.
Yep.
it's advantageous to exactly do that. Wait.
Yep.
Solid. I like it.
Good discussion.
40 million.
boys.
Yeah, I would.
I
I,
like
would
it.
wait for 40 million.
I'd wait for 40 million. Are you kidding me?
100%. Yeah.
I'd wait for 4 million, guys. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. All right, so
Guys,
let's,
do we want to do a look ahead of the games coming up this week?
we got to do our picks. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean,
I'm excited about these.
well,
this
okay.
week.
So hold on. So at this point, these are our scores. So I think
It's getting
JC gets.
silly.
I think JC gets to go first.
All right.
Not
So-
first to first.
So since I've already talked about this, I'm going to go ahead and claim it. I'm picking for the upset to be Penn State over Michigan. Okay.
Great pick.
I want it. We're going to will this thing to happen. Let's go. All right. And then for my guarantee, this is kind of fun to talk about because they're sitting at number 25 this week. And we have mentioned them on this.
The Dukes.
And we have mentioned them on this podcast before because as we like to talk about the teams that could upset everything, that could ruin your day, right? We've talked about in the past, it's been Coastal Carolina. Now they're kind of a mainstream name. We've talked about Appalachian State. And here just a couple weeks ago in the conversation, we said James Madison. And here James Madison is at 25. They're actually going to go play. They're actually going to go play another one of those teams that could ruin somebody's day at Georgia Southern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I'm going to pick James Madison to come out on top.
They're the best team in Virginia.
Yep. Though we'll find out what happens when Miami plays Virginia Tech. Anyway.
I'm glad somebody picked that game because I was so tempted to.
The James Madison.
It's gonna be a cool one, man. It's going to be a cool one. See
All
what
right.
happens.
So who gets to go next? Should I go next since I have the second worst record?
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. I'm just behind in points, really. We got the one loss so far. So, all right, my lock this week, and I hope that we are correct in our discussion earlier about conversion. I'm going to pick Notre Dame at home over Stanford. I think that's a fair lock.
You're a dickhead. Now they're definitely going to lose. You're a dickhead.
It hasn't worked yet. I have not cursed one team. You see, I only had one loss, and I think I picked Miami.
You're such a dickhead.
But, I mean, they're at home. They have a 17-point favorite over Stanford. I think that's a fairly reasonable pick. Now,
I mean, Stanford's going to play them tough because
of course, it's a rivalry game. I know this.
They
is
played-
awkward.
Rob's just being a fucking asshole because his team sucks. And my team's on the rise again, and now he wants to be an asshole.
I would never do that, Johnny. I would never do that.
I
Now,
mean, I would.
if the fourth quarters these last 3 weeks didn't go Stanford's way, they would definitely be 4-1 instead of 1-4.
I know, but they still made Notre Dame a 17-point favorite. So, come on. You're just begging for me to go, okay, let's take that. Has to be a lock.
Another fun fact, Drew Pine 3-0 as a starting quarterback at Notre Dame. Just saying.
After his coach converted to Catholicism.
No, he's 3-0. His entire career.
Yes. All right. Anyway, so my upset of the week is another team that's at home who's 5-1 and somehow a 6.5-point underdog, even though they're ranked and the team they're playing is not ranked because this is college football this year. So I got to ride with my Fighting Illini, even though we're 6.5-point underdogs at home against Minnesota, and I'm sure we're still going to get our shit kicked in. Yeah. There's got to be some.
I really want to ride with Illinois, but when DeVito's going to not play and they're playing fucking what's his name, the transfer from Rutgers, Sitkowski. Yeah, you guys are fucked. Otherwise, I would. If it was DeVito, I would say yes, but no.
So
I know, but we need to have some fucking pride in the state of Illinois, man.
Chase Brown needs to run for 300 fucking yards because I love Illinois.
Honestly,
I told you that I took Illinois on my over wins, which almost already hit. They're a great team, but with Tommy DeVito out,
I know. Dude. No, I trust me. I do actually.
I wanted to pick him. I love it. I love watching Chase.
Okay.
I love it.
I can't fucking do it for Miami, so I'm gonna do it for Illinois this week and see what the fuck happens. So anyway, those are my two picks.
Tyler.
My heart.
Like I said earlier, I'm gonna go with Austin Hood in Western Kentucky over Middle Tennessee State as my lock. Even though Western Kentucky lost their last 4 by last-minute field goals and last-minute touchdowns, they're pissed, and they're gonna just drop their nuts all over Middle Tennessee State.
Who is not a good team?
And then for my upset, I'm picking Colorado State over Utah State.
Jesus Christ.
That's a shit game. Talk about money in the crumbs. Money in the crumbs, bud.
I
be the
did not
worst
think
game of the year. That might be the worst game
It's gonna
of the
be
year.
a heater because they're gonna go 2-0, baby.
Well, that's the thing is, so Colorado State dominated last week, didn't they? Fucking first one of the year.
Yep.
dominated. I was so
Defense
excited.
stout.
I was so excited about my Rams. But at the
Sure.
same time, bro, Jesus Christ. Did you
Yeah.
actually pick Colorado State?
I did.
I didn't even do that. And my parents went there. Like,
And
I am a Colorado State baby. Like, what the fuck, Tyler?
I am totally banking on Colorado State's defense being as stout as they were against Nevada here, because I think
Well, they
Utah
don't have
State
Scott
is-
Patchen anymore. Miami transfer, 7-year player starter in the NCAA.
And also the bit that really scares me is Colorado State's on their third quarterback.
Yeah, well, we don't need him. They're expendable. It's
Is
fine.
Bradley Van Pelt still there?
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
From 2002.
Yeah, exactly. God,
Still one of my favorite quarterbacks ever, Bradley Van Pelt.
How are we making Colorado State jerks? We're talking more about Colorado State than the other team that I actually went to.
Rob,
college.
because
Anyway,
we're spiked. We're not ESPN. We're not CBS.
I just
we actually talk football
Dude,
the way guys.
they're
talk
1-4. This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
but they
can't
had
watch
Bradley
it.
Van Pelt.
I can't wait
It's
to
It's
get
not
to
Scott
that.
Van Pelt's son, bro. It's okay.
He still was awesome with sick flow, and they played a bowl game at Boise State. I don't know who they played in
It
the
wasn't
snow,
Boise
and I
State.
always remember it. It was just
Yeah.
no, it was at Boise State. It was a bowl game.
Yeah. It
It
was
was like the
absolutely-
Idaho Potato Bowl or whatever, and I was like, this guy has flow. He fucks. I remember that.
Stoner chicks mostly because it's for
Oh, definitely.
Collins. It's for Collins. It's only
Is
Stoner
it my
chicks,
turn? Is it my turn?
but-
Yeah.
Yes, it's your turn.
All right, guys, listen. With these beautiful green eyes, I see the board every week. I'm 76% on units only go up. I'm fucking like 15-0 on this. This is not even like this is like taking candy from my baby that's right there. I mean,
I'm just gonna bring
guys,
shit to throw at him next time I see this man.
I mean, I'm gonna take my underdog, which is the easiest underdog pick of all time. USC is gonna drag their nuts all over Utah. Listen, again, with these eyes, I'm telling you, 76%. I see the games. I watched Utah almost all their games. They're not good. They have no O-line, no D-line. Their
They
defense
have
is
one
okay.
receiver. They have one receiver. He's really a tight end.
Their tight end is out. He's out. He's not playing.
I know.
Cam Rising is unbelievably overrated. USC is going to dog walk, dog wash, dog whatever, doggy style all over them. USC by a lot. I can't believe that's the underdog. I can't believe I get a free win. JC, you have a second free win. I love the Penn State pick. Because you see the board like I do. This one's very this one. Okay, guys. So I can't pick a few
what's your lock?
teams. I can't pick a few teams. My lock this week is Southern Alabama versus ULM. Give me Carter Bradley and the Jaguars to beat the
Yep.
dog shit out of the ULM Monroe Warhawks or whatever the War Eagles. whatever the fuck they are.
I can't even find the fucking game. Where is it?
Yeah.
South
What's the
Alabama almost beat UCLA, which was UCLA's toughest game in UCLA. South Alabama plays this high-tempo offense, which is awesome if you haven't seen it. South Alabama's
It
favored
is
by
awesome.
17.5. They're favored by
17. Yeah,
17
there
and a
it
half.
is. There it is.
I got him at
17.
17.5 on the hook, and I already did it. So those are my two picks.
USA, University of Southern Alabama.
I'm nothing but an American boy.
USA.
Surprised none of us touched
USA.
Kansas and OU. That was interesting.
No,
Because
are you fucking kidding me?
Oklahoma's going to kill him.
Well, but here's the thing. It's if our fucking boy, if we were going to do that, we would have said that's our quarterback, right? That's our
Yeah,
guy.
honestly, because what's his name is hurt. Bean's playing for Kansas. I don't like that game because, like I said, I'm a man of integrity, honor. I give you picks. I'm not going to just spew out bullshit. I can't read that game, and when I can't read a game, I don't pick a game. Like this week, I only picked 5 games, but I have 9 picks because I picked 4 upsets. So I'm just telling, like, I
JC.
don't see that. I can't see that game.
JC, I'm really surprised you didn't take Texas as your lock.
I don't know if I can. I think I already picked them.
Did you already pick them as your favorite?
I think I don't know. I don't know where they were positioned. I just stayed away from them because I know I've picked them in the past.
Okay.
And I like my picks for this week. I'm really
Your picks are fine. I just
love the matchups
talk about
that I
being a
picked.
favorite. I don't remember the last time Texas was a 16.5-point favorite. Now they are playing Iowa State, so whatever.
Yeah, that's
And you want to know something?
Sneaky.
Well, when it comes to
It's
the
not.
points,
That's what we call
points.
not a hard game. That's a tricky game.
Texas is
that's
going to
one of
win
those-
hands down.
Yeah, but that's a tricky game.
points.
The points. That's a tricky game for Texas. Hey, listen, sleepy day, coming off a big win. Maybe it's 10 to 10.5. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that game.
Well, Iowa State's gonna like only score safeties or some shit bullshit because the state of Iowa doesn't know how to score touchdowns.
Yep.
So I don't know, but this feels like a great segue into our draft this week about
Yes,
teams
indeed.
that may not be up to par.
Well,
wanna
let's.
introduce it?
Yep. Well, let's throw it up. Let's take our banner off, and also before we officially get to the draft,
My man.
he's here,
There he is.
and
Hey, Don.
he made some money last week.
Hey, Don, if you
Oh.
would have followed me and you would have went with my pick spot, that's cute. I hit the UCLA. I hit the South Carolina. I went 10-2 last week. I'm 76% on units only go up. But if you just follow me, man, you can ride. You can ride, and you can make a lot of fucking money.
I feel
Well,
like
I'm
Don
glad-
low-key just follows you and does all the shit that you say out there, but he always brings what he does to the table, right? Because
That's-
He
otherwise,
does. He's got some.
That's cool. But this is my show. And it's about me. And I picked the games. I got the eyes, and I'm 76%. So blow me.
He does come at us with those weird games. Don, the one thing I want to say about Navy, I'm glad you won some money. I'm glad you won money, but I never touched Navy. Fuck Navy. Go Army.
Go Army. I took
It's either that or
UCLA
he
plus
just
the
likes
3.
this guy. It's like this is
And
like
I
the
also
weirder
hit
part
the
to me.
money line on that too, Don. If you would have followed me, money line that, you would have money line fucking South Carolina. I had South Carolina money line before Will Levis was out.
that's
Before
because he's-
Will Levis was out.
That's because Will Levis is not good.
Because
All
he's
right.
trash.
All right. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So our
I'm
fantasy
excited
draft
about this
week.
This is gonna be fun.
I am not because I'm just all of my teams fucking suck. Yeah. So no free advertising. Get that shit out of there. Boomer doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's literally. I know he's supposed to be a fucking Oklahoma fan. He's just a boomer. This is the issue that I have with them. Anyway, so yes, there was a gentleman who was trying to rank the worst teams in college football thus far this year. We're about halfway through the year. So we are going to do our own draft of who the worst teams in the Power 5 conferences are as of this point in the season.
Oh, all right. I don't.
Did you want to
Can
make
we-
it like all
can we-
time? I guess we could just
Yes.
make it vague.
Yeah, please make it all time because
Okay.
I made a bunch of notes on this,
Oh, Jesus
and I
Christ,
want to
JC.
bring some fun back. It's gonna be fun.
All right, fine.
Uh,
All right, who wants to go first for this shit show? Because this is literally what
it is a shit show.
It's gonna
Let
be a
him go
fucking
because
shit
he's very excited.
He's hyped, man. We didn't even think you're gonna be here, and here you are.
I was
Running the-
this close. Almost didn't happen.
Jesus. Well, I'm glad you're here, buddy. You get to go first.
Man, I got too many to pick from.
well.
All right. Because I want to do this with all kinds of fun facts as we go along. So
Okay.
I'm going to take a team who actually does have one national championship under the belt.
Okay. All right.
And it was the first year of intercollegiate football where they actually had a person designated to assign the national championship. And that year was in 1869. They haven't done shit since. It's Rutgers University.
Wow. I right out the gate fucking calling him out. Incredible. That is an incredible stat overall. If only we still had our one contact who actually is going to Rutgers for college. Right, Johnny? He's still in school. He was a freshman when we met him.
Yeah.
So I would love to have him just to throw shade at him. So he's a good writer. He's a good sports writer. Okay. So TA, I will leave it to you if you want to go second to follow up on the Rutgers, since that's like a Big Ten team or something. You can follow up.
I have no qualms, but you're gonna have a qualm with who I'm gonna pick next.
No, that's what I said. I was like,
let's go.
I threw
Come
this
on,
out
come
here.
on, let's
I
go.
threw this out here because I know that this was gonna fucking happen. So let's go.
I'm going to pick Colorado.
Oh, I don't
Fair
give
enough.
a fuck.
For that.
Fair enough.
Again, I'm a Colorado State baby, so fuck Colorado.
Colorado they do have a national championship under the belt. I want to say 1990.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that,
And they beat the fuck out of Nebraska the year that Nebraska went and got destroyed by Miami anyway. So that was when the BCS lost its flavor.
But
Johnny's,
ever since 1990, just been tumultuous downhill of hills and valleys.
yeah, like they're doing like a fucking, what is it, a slalom, right?
Yeah, that's a better comparison.
All right. So Johnny, do you want to go next, or do you want the wraparound?
The answer is Kentucky. They have 16 winning seasons in 65 years. They're not a good team. They don't have any good history. They're fucking Kentucky. They're a basketball school. They're fucking terrible at everything that they do. They have 16 winning seasons in 65 years. I think they have 5 bowl wins ever. They're just not good. They're terrible. You're a great basketball school. Congratulations, John Calipari. You're not a football school. Will Levis is trash. Everything I say about you this year has happened. You're not good. You just got fucking boat raced by South Carolina and Spencer Rattler. You're about to get boat raced by Rajadat and Mississippi State. You're terrible. You might not even make a bowl game this year. Fuck you. Big Blue Nation can suck my dick.
That's a solid pair. Listen, I can't knock that.
And Mississippi State's going to look, dare I say, cold in all of in their.
Those jerseys are sick. They're
sick. They are sick. But they're cold. It's cold. You can't be iced out or white out and then say these jerseys are fire with the snowflake emoji. It makes no goddamn fucking sense. Pick a fucking metaphor and stick with it. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, who runs the marketing for this bullshit? Whatever. I'm done calling out Barstool. All right. Since you guys left them for me, we cannot go through the first round of the worst teams in college football and not talk about a school that isn't even a basketball school. It's a baseball school, and they still get to play in the best conference in the college football every goddamn year.
We've talked about it. It's for GPA, but we talked about this.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt hasn't even had someone win a Heisman in like 100 years. Jay Cutler didn't even get in the fucking, but like of a power.
Jay Cutler never actually had a winning record there either.
That's what I'm saying. In the Power 5 schools, only I think one school has ever not even had someone in the running to get a Heisman, and it's Vanderbilt. They are not a good football school. And okay, fine, GPA. Congratulations. You're not even a basketball school. What the fuck? So that's one. That's gotta go first round. There's no come on, guys.
Fair.
All right.
That's good.
So who do we pick for the second one? You know what? I will go ahead and fall on my own sword. When it comes to this season alone, Miami has been fucking pathetic.
Rob, this is a terrible pick.
And the reason why,
Rob, this is a terrible pick.
No. The reason why is because if you look at the blue chip prospects on our team, and you look how we have squandered their talent and given them really no shot at advancing to the next level, which is the whole fucking point. We're looking at 20 years of mediocrity, and we're literally trying to sell old dreams to these poor kids every fucking year. And to keep them in South Florida, where they want to be able to show up for their fucking hometown. And what if we have to prove for it? Not one appearance in one ACC conference championship in over 20 years. One appearance, not even a championship. And we lost to Middle Tennessee this year.
You won the Coastal.
One time. We haven't won the Coastal more than one time. Are you fucking kidding? It's not even the Atlantic. It's not even the Atlantic, where at least we've had national champions come out of that side of the fucking conference. We haven't even won the Coastal.
I like where you went with that, Rob.
It's just
because at first I was with Johnny B. I was like, man, it's a bad pick. It's a bad pick. But you're right, because historically, where I kind of went the historical, like, God damn it, they're god awful. You went with a more modern approach, and the fact that they were historically great, and over the last, what'd you say, like 2 decades, pretty much.
We're up to like 21 years. Yeah.
I buy it. I'm buying what you're selling.
It sucks because that's literally the time frame I've been a Miami fan. So I feel like I have
You missed
experience. Yeah. Now, I did say the worst college. I was saying as of halfway through the season. Now, if Miami wins out, okay, fine. I can't say that they're one of the worst teams in college football. But as of right now,
but on your
what
argument,
do we have to show for the season?
On your argument, though, still true. Mediocre.
At best, right now we're not even mediocre. Yeah, this is my thing. Is normally we're mediocre at best. As of right now in this season, we're not even mediocre, and it's fucking depressing. Anyway, go ahead. We're back to Johnny.
Sticking to my guns here as basketball schools, this team has played football for exactly 100 years. They've went to 12 bowl games in 100 years, and they're 6-6 in those bowl games. Hey. They didn't go to a bowl game one time from 1960 to 1989 when Steve Spurrier had to lead them there. Oh, and they lost. This team
1989.
went from 1960 all the way until 2015 without a bowl win. It's the Duke Blue Devils. They're fucking terrible. They're a basketball school. Duke
Spurrier
is
coach
terrible.
Duke? Fuck,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. He coached them from 87, 86, 88, and 89. And they lost the All-American Bowl. So they didn't win. They won their last bowl game win was in 1960. They won the Cotton Bowl. Their next bowl game win was in 2015 in the Pinstripe Bowl.
Yep.
And they only went to 3 other bowl games in between those eras.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
terrible.
No, they're terrible. They're terrible.
They're a great basketball school. Coach K, love them. Great fucking basketball school. You're a basketball school. Just continue to be a basketball school. That's fine. That's what you are.
I mean, reasonable.
Okay.
All right, let's keep it rolling, people. So, TA.
This one, usually you can gauge, because people call Nebraska pathetic for having 4 coaches over the last 20 years span. From 1960, when Bob Devaney took over, till now, we've had 6. 7 if you count Mickey Joseph. This school has had 11 head coaches in that same time frame. 1 national champion, and it's Arkansas football.
Ah, that's who I was gonna pick.
Tons of conference championships, but none few early on, but none in the last 20 years of the modern era.
Damn. I really wanted to pick them. I really wanted to pick them. All right, fine.
All right.
So what do you got, JC? You got back-to-backs now.
All right, so I'm going to go – so where Johnny B is picking teams that are basketball schools that just don't do well in their respective conference, I'm going to pick football school, and I'm going to pick Northwestern.
Damn it.
The Stanford of the Midwest.
Northwestern's pretty good.
Yeah.
No. Northwestern is mediocre of mediocres. Okay.
On a good year.
They're smart. They're look good.
The Vanderbilts.
They've got.
Oh, they're so much better than Vanderbilt.
At football? I mean, I guess.
They go to bowl games every year.
But it's an appearance
Not this year.
thing. No. It's a money thing and an appearance thing. They're not good. Not good.
I could definitely say they're not good this year. They're 1-5, Johnny.
Yeah, who they beat?
School.
Who was that one game they beat? Who was that?
I mean, it wasn't even in this country. It doesn't count.
They have 0 national championships. 0.
Yeah.
Stanford of the Midwest, 0 national championships.
They've won a Rose Bowl.
Well, that's like their highest accomplishment. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's it. We did it, guys.
Right? So, because you can skin this cat a few ways, right? You can take
Hey,
teams
just say
that are
this.
like,
Just say this. They went from 1948 to 1994 without a bowl appearance.
well, there you go. And so you can take teams that are like, okay, nobody expects them to play football. Like Duke, nobody expects you to play football. Like, who cares? Like, okay, great, you're there. Northwestern is a football school. Like, hey, we expect you to play football. They're the Stanford of the Midwest, but they don't play football. They're like, eh. So
Just there for the
I would
GPA.
take them over Duke.
I would give you that, but since
Whoa. JC.
Fitzgerald's been there, they've been a good school.
Oh, I see. That was like JC gets to go again. So
All right. So here's my dilemma is I've got a couple schools lined up, but I've already taken 2 schools from the same conference. So I'm going to step outside of that.
no, triple down. Just pick all
Nope,
shitty
nope.
Big Ten schools.
No, I'm gonna step outside, and I could go 2 ways with this pick, but I'm gonna go the route where they've never had a national championship. I'm gonna pick another one who's I'm backing off. Fuck. All right, I just picked one with no national championship. I'm gonna pick one who has had a claimed national championship, and I'm gonna take Boston College.
Ah,
Because it's another school where it's like, yeah, we play football. We play football. We had Doug Flutie. We play football.
we
But you
have
don't
Matt
play
Ryan.
You don't play football.
I like that
love
pick
it.
better than Northwestern. I like that pick better than I like that pick a lot.
You don't play football.
I like that pick a lot.
Yeah, I like it because you have Matt Ryan, you had Doug Flutie, and you have one.
Yeah.
claim-
And what
one
happened?
claimed-
And
one-
what happened?
One claim national championship.
In 1940, it wasn't even with one of those two.
Of course, yeah. You can't. Well,
They have a national championship, the equivalent of UCF's national
yes,
championship.
that's what I was saying. Like JC, nobody else claims national championships past a certain year except UCF. So that's fine. All right, I think we're back to TA. No, yes,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the shitty Big Ten team, the Maryland Terps.
Yes, good pick.
No, they had Boomer Esiason.
I had to move away. I had to get out of the Big Ten, but they were on my board.
But fuck, like when you have one national title that you claim in 1950,
There another one. Yep.
and somehow they claim an unclaimed national title in 51, which is weird to me. I was trying to do research on that, but
nobody
never
claimed
said-
it. So no one was a champ in 51. So they're just like, well, we'll take
It's
it.
us.
yeah, it's like a bunch of schools had tied records, and they said, no, we take it. We call dibs. Weird. I thought people would have more of a gripe, but pretty much
No, that's
the
hysterical. That's fucking hysterical.
but pretty much till Boomer Esiason and after Boomer left until this year with
Julia.
the other
Talia.
Talia.
Sorry.
I never know how to pronounce his name, but
T-A-U, yeah, Tau.
The other Tagliavoa.
yeah,
Oh, that's easier.
they
That makes
haven't
it
really
better.
been relevant ever since. In
So-
between,
So a strange historical mirror here is that Maryland seems to claim national championships around the same time as the Korean War.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they were just like, nobody's really paying attention, so we'll just take a national championship.
but they
It's a
tied
wild
with like
thing to claim him.
they tied with like 4 other schools, but yet I guess press doesn't. I mean, that was during the time where a lot of wasn't computers picking it, wasn't head coaches picking it. It's like reporters and sports people pick it. So I guess they just relent it. Would be my best guess.
Well, great pick. I love it. It was on my board.
All right. So, Johnny, you got one. And then I got the last one.
Sticking to my theme, This team doesn't have a national championship. They've been playing since 1899. With JC, they're a football school, even though they're more of a basketball school.
Oh, here we go.
They're not good.
No,
Their best bowl win ever was in 1959 as a Cotton Bowl win.
Mhm.
And wait, they actually tied a Sugar Bowl. I don't know how you do that. They won a Fiesta Bowl in '92. Congratulations! It's Syracuse. Syracuse is a basketball school.
Wow, he went straight basketball schools across the board.
I mean, that's fine. I just thought he was
basketball.
gonna
Fair, dude. It's a fair.
I thought he was going to take my basketball school. So
I mean, how are you not? I mean, you're Syracuse. Like, you have all this. You were in the Northeast when, like, you could have been a power early and you still weren't. You're you're not a good school. You should be a lot better than you were.
Yep, agreed. Good pick.
So I'm the last one to go. I thought the way he was talking about a different basketball school that's been around since the 1890s. And I was just like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to have to start scrambling, thinking off the top of my head. But no, he went with Syracuse instead. It looks to me like some of the best winning football seasons in this school's history were when they had 7 wins. That's like their top 5 best season ever. 7 wins twice. So 1973, 1961. These are top 5 for them guys. Wild. We might be looking at the best season this team has ever had, and that is the Kansas Jayhawks. We might see it this year because what they have to compare to goes back to 1960. That's when they might have been good. Like, we know that Kansas is more of a basketball school, but I did not realize how their claim to fame was they won 7 games in a season and had like 2 ties.
Bro,
What?
they went 12 and they went 12-1 with Mangino.
I know they did, but
And won an Orange Bowl.
So how many, and outside of those winning seasons, how many other winning seasons they have? When's the last time they had a conference championship? They've had 4 going all the way back to the 1990s.
They have like 9 bowl wins.
Okay.
And I think they have like 1 Big 12 conference championship.
They have 2 Big 12 conference championships.
That's what I was saying. They've had like 4 in 100 years, 2 in the last 30. When was the last time Kansas had a winning season? 2008?
Last time Kansas had a winning season was in 2008.
The University of Kansas is known primarily for its successful basketball program. Thank you. Good night.
They won 8-5. They won 8-5.
I can.
This may be just because they actually had fucking College Game Day come out, just because they actually got notoriety. This may be an awakening, a spring revival for a Kansas.
And they've been playing football there since 1901.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm real good, right?
I like Kansas pick. I think UNC would have been a better
good pick. There's a lot of other outsiders, man. Yeah. There's a lot of picks that could have gone in there.
I can't call it the team that literally just beat us for the 4th year in a row.
I would say the draft picks were stellar. There's some outsiders that could have probably plugged in and done well too. Stellar picks.
Baylor would have been a good pick.
Baylor, Indiana, Purdue. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of teams. Arizona was high on my board.
Yep.
Yeah.
Arizona.
Cal. Right. I mean, there's a lot of picks that could fit the same bill, but
North Carolina.
The insight. I like all the insight. It was good stuff.
Keep saying North Carolina. I cannot pick. Did you know, since I was there, fucking Mac Brown just kept going for it like it was a Madden game. Fucking
Missouri. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts.
Well, they'll have like a good year, maybe once, and then they'll just suck.
When they were Big 12, they were consistently a good football team. So that was the difference, though, because they've never won a national championship, but they've been consistently a good football team.
They're kind of like Colorado. Colorado was in the Big 12. They were a good team. And then Washington State would have been a good pick.
But we like those gritty underdogs.
We like them because the flag is always a game day.
And they're gritty underdogs for sure.
Yeah.
You know, they're not
I'm just trying to think of other schools that are like.
We have plenty of other.
there's
We
a
could have
lot.
gone a few other rounds.
There's a lot.
I definitely wanted to hit on
where
Kansas.
I like where the draft went. It was a solid
And
draft.
plus, I think I feel like I picked the worst of the Pac-12 schools. To be honest, with you. That's why I was like,
That's
I don't
what
really
you were
need to
going for,
shade
man. You won. I think Cal would have been a good one too.
I
Cal
think
would have been
Indiana
really
should have been picked, though. I think one of us should have picked Indiana because they're fucking terrible.
They were high on my board.
cool. They are high on the board. I just don't have that much strong feeling about them. Everybody I picked for being shitty teams, I had a lot of strong feeling for. So
Me too, because I had to like Notre Dame because as a kid because we couldn't have a fucking football team in New York that was any good.
yeah,
Fair.
that's
Fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, and you want to know what the other teams got picked? It was Boston College and Rutgers. Like those are the three schools in the Northeast that you can pick.
Yep.
Or Temple, maybe, I guess. I don't know, I guess.
Not really. You might as well go for Penn State at that point.
No, fuck
True.
Penn State.
I'm just saying, like at that point, if you're going to be venturing into Temple territory,
Yeah.
you know, at least Rutgers is in New Jersey. You can kind of
Like, how is Syracuse not a better school? That's just, I don't know.
all right. Was everybody
You already
bailing? on
bailing?
us? We could just say goodnight, fuckers.
This is the Spike College Football Show. I am Johnny B. I am 76% on the year. I'm 33-14, whatever the record says. 32-14. Not a big deal. I just had a baby. My wife is sleeping right behind me with the dog. The baby is sleeping right now. He's been very good this entire time, actually. Units Only Go Up comes out Thursdays. I'll be out tomorrow. I am your baby mama's favorite gambler, your wife's favorite bookie. I have an interview tomorrow to maybe get us some money so this show can get monetized. I am hoping. Let's go. Let's grow. Let's go. Follow us on the YouTube, Gridiron Heroics. Shout us out. I'm your man. I'm the best at what I do. I am literally the internet's best gambler. People literally hit me up for picks. 76% on the year. What's up, Rob?
All right. So, as usual, if you like listening to Johnny, you got to hit him up on all the shit that Tyler is going to talk about. All the different ways to listen to him, get his picks, et cetera, et cetera. But if you want to look cool, then you need, like Johnny does, then you need to actually get some Spiked merch. Go to Cosmic Dino's store. We've got the merch. And like I said, we'll have to come up with new shit all the time. Like, I don't know, fucking wrist braces for because that's the only thing that Johnny will actually wear on air. So,
Oh, I got a great idea. We'll take this offline. I got a great idea.
okay. Anyhow, hit us up, Cosmic Dino. If you love the Flash, then we'll get you some. All right, go ahead, JC.
Outback Buck Shack. Get you some American-made gear. All right? There ain't enough of it out there. World's going to shit. Okay? It's just absolute chaos out there. You're paying attention to world news. Forget about stuff made anywhere else. You got to make it here. Okay? You don't make it in America, you don't have a country. So that's my soapbox. So buy some American-made gear, sweatshirts, hats, T-shirts. We've even got some UPF, some of the cool Florida-type shirts. OutbackBuckShack.com. Go buy it. YouTube, Outback Buck Shack, Instagram. Got great content coming out, and I plan on killing a big buck real soon. So hopefully I'll have some more content for you. And I will be visiting Colorado here in the near future. So if you're following on Instagram, you'll get to see that escapade here in about 2 weeks. So give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Sweet. TA.
The network, Iron Ostrich, where it features us. Yeah, I suck at pointing. I know. I'm very bad at it. Where it features us, Spike Boys. We got podcast feed, Apple, Spotify, and the YouTubes. Johnny's got his own feed for his show. Units Only Go Up. Sorry, I went points chasing on the show. We'll never go points chasing again.
Tyler was banned. Tyler was banned this week.
I mean, I was 2 field goals away from going 6-1, and then 2 field goals completely fucked me. But I digress. Got my show, The Anomalies, comes out tomorrow. This past week we talked about hurricanes. This upcoming one we just talked about rye whiskey and different hangover cures, which is weird to me, but the guys had some pretty creative ones, and they talked about dragons for the other half. Because your boy isn't.
Sounds like my kind
dragon.
of show.
And then Off the Rails with Tone and Gems. I know they recorded on last Thursday, and I hope they're putting out an episode this week. If not, it's coming the next week.
So good.
I would just like to say one more. I would like to say one more thing.
Never mind. Not good content. Fuck it.
No, just one more thing. Listen, you get a lot of these people out here thinking they know everything. They're monotone ass fucking podcasts, and they're regurgitating stats, and he went this for this, and I think this. Well, you think wrong, motherfuckers. I really am the smartest man at college football, and these compatriots here, they keep me together. They're the best at what they do. They're the backbone of the show. I'm just a loud ass face, but I know what I'm talking about, and I bring the fucking heat. And all you other fucking podcasts out there are boring as fuck. Any moron with a fucking piece of paper and a camera can regurgitate stats. They can't bring it like I bring it. This is me at 10% today. Just had a fucking baby come home, and I'm still bringing the heat, still bringing the picks. So big shout out to fuck you, because I'm better than you. I'm more entertaining than you. I'm better looking than you. My kid is a fucking model, and his dick is already bigger than yours. So just shout out to everybody that's a fucking loser out there with their monotone ass podcast. I'm better, I'm brighter, and we're all better. You're welcome.
Then I forgot realizations. Get your mental health.
Someone flip this.
And
did
then
you just realize that you forgot about that show?
Totally did, because I uploaded a bunch of. I uploaded this past week's episode, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" But I digress. And then follow the Iron Ostrich Network on Twitter.
Amen.
Rob, end the fucking show. Rob, end the show.
Yeah.
Fine. Bye, guys. We'll see you next week. Keep it spiked. Boom.